Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hamdan wa syukronillah, salawatan wa salaman ala rasulillah. La hawla wa la quwata illa billah, amma ba'du. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Iram Rifki Prasetyo. I'm from Aisyiyah Elementary School, Wanyangju. In this occasion, I'm joined on the storytelling competition. Well, in this opportunity, I would like to present my story about the ant and grasshopper. In the middle of the forest, there lived a very diligent ant. Every day, these small ants always tried to collect food to be stored in the barn. The heat of the sun and the heavy rain did not damp the enthusiasm of the ant to gather food. With great effort, the ant worked hard to bring food for the food which had collected to be stored in the barn. One day, when the ant was trying to collect food to be stored in the barn, the ant saw a grasshopper who was sunbathing while lazing. "Hi ant, what are you doing?" asked the grasshopper. "I'm collecting food to be stored in the barn." Then the grasshopper laughs. "Ha ha ha, why'd you bother to collect food? How many food can you eat in the forest?" "That's true, but I keep my food in preparation for the winter," said the ant while trying to push the food he found into the barn. "Winter is still long, why bother now? After all, there is still plenty of time for that. We better have fun first," said the grasshopper while eating the green leaves that were nearby. But the ant did not care about the grasshopper who was lazing around. He was still busy collecting food for the food he could find. The next day, early in the morning, the ant was preparing to find food again. When the ant opened the door of his house to go, the ant saw that grasshopper was playing the guitar and lazing around. The ant just shook his head and passed immediately. The grasshoppers who saw the ants had begun to busy collecting for food again, just laughing and mocking. "For what is difficult, make it difficult. The trouble is useless," so the grasshopper, humming, accompanied the steps of the ant that were about to leave. Thus, the whole day the ants were busy collecting food, while the grasshopper was preoccupied with playing the guitar, sunbathing, and lazing. After working for most of the year, the barn where the ant supplies were almost full, but this did not make the diligent ant become lazy. He was still busy collecting food to be stored in the barn. "While there is still a chance, I have to keep trying to collect food, because no one knows how long the winter will last," said the ant in the heart. Whereas the lazy grasshopper, still just lazing around and having fun all day long. Fall soon arrived. The trees that were green slowly turned into brownish yellow. The grass began to dry out. The air got colder. The ant who diligently did not give up hope. He still tried to collect food even though the place was full. Whereas the lazy grasshopper began to busy collecting food for supplies in the winter. Finally, winter arrived. The ant sat comfortably in his warm house while enjoying his abundant food. Whereas the lazy grasshopper only kept little food supply for the winter, because the grasshopper thought the winter will end soon, so why to bother to collect food in the barn? Day after day, week after week, it didn't feel like a month had passed, and the grasshopper's food supply was up. He could only see at the warm and comfortable ant's house from behind his window. Then he tried to find food in the middle of the winter, but he didn't succeed. Finally, with embarrassment, he knocked on the ant's door. "Tuck, bro, bro, bro." Then the ant opened the door and said, "What's the matter?" "Please give me a little of your food supply, because my supply is up and I'm very hungry," said the locust. Then the ant laughed. "Ha ha ha, it's good for you to go. When I struggled to collect my food, you even mocked me, and now you ask for my food?" said the ant, mocking. "Go, find your own food," said the ant, continuing. Then the grasshopper also left the ant's house to find his food, but he didn't find anything. When the grasshopper almost died of cold and hunger, the ant came to help him and invite him to live in his warm and comfortable house. Well, we as the next Aisyiyah generation can conclude that the moral taken from this story is don't waste your life lazily, because the wages of laziness is disastrous. We have to work hard to get success in the future. Saving for what we want in the future is a good thing. Another Big Brother's message is don't be complacent about your current situation. You will achieve a successful and happy future if you work hard. That's all my story. I hope it will be useful in our lives. Thanks for your nice attention. Forgive me if you got some mistakes. Fastabiqul khairat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.